up, y'all? It's me, Erika, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Erika, and we are down here to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. Why do my lips look so big? Girl, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and let the people know you stopped by. My lips was looking swell, girl. I was looking like I just came back from the doctor. Why was they looking pink and big? And it was like, I don't know, they was looking big. Anyways, let's not talk about the husbands. Did you guys see that post yesterday? Somebody posted saying, this person named Big Brother on Twitter, talking about, my girlfriend effed Harry Hamlin in Muskoka for the entire summer in 2018. You want to talk about that at Lisa Rinna? Or do you want to talk about his affair with Patricia? Hashtag RHOBH, hashtag watch what happens live. Ooh, somebody said, ooh, girl, let's talk about the husbands, honey. So last night's episode was super duper boring. So I don't know how long this review is going to be, but let's get it over with, okay? They start talking about Kyle and Kathy, and they start off where they left off with Kathy sobbing about the time that they lost, about, their mom and stuff like that. They asked if Kim liked it. They said she loved it. She loves it. I think it would actually be great if they had all of them on the show. You know what? The family dynamic really helps the show. Because it does, to me, I feel like that's the beauty of New Jersey, is how close and how long everyone has been friends. I really think that I think it makes for a better show than people who don't really know each other. Like all of the women on Beverly Hills, they have some longevity. But when you bring the aspect of sisters, I just think it's better. I just think it's better. So Kim likes it apparently. If she came back, that would be great. I love Kim Richards. She's a Virgo, and her middle name is Erika too. They get on Crystal. They ask Crystal about the leather pants. I didn't take the best notes because I think I watched this about, I want to say it was like, it was today. It was like at midnight, around midnight. They talk about the coat incident, right? Her walking in the room with Crystal. And the way that they tried to make it seem, she was still very firm in whatever it looked like. I'm telling you how it made me feel. And my feelings are real, and how I feel matters. So I don't care what you're saying or how it wasn't the intention. The thing is, I heard Hope Giselle say it the other day when she was talking about Dave Chappelle. There is your intent, and then there is the impact of what you did, right? And there's that old saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? And so you can say, oh yeah, I had great intentions, but what happened after you did what you did, that's what really counts, right? um and so she was like, it was a violation, and that's basically it. Andy asked her, do you think it was because of your body image issues? And she said, without a doubt, it was true to me. It's disheartening to have people police my feelings. I talked to my mom. I think this was the first time her mom had heard that she had an eating disorder. And she says overall it was a positive, outcome with her mom. They got on the issue of telling Sutton, I don't see color, and then it turning around and being Kathy to blurt that out. She said it was two different situations. I agree, it was two different situations. the atmosphere when she said, "Don't tell me you're that girl. Don't tell me you're that girl that doesn't see color." I think for white people, they use "I don't see color" as a way to say, you know, I'm not racist or I'm tolerant or whatever. But that's really old school. You cannot say "I don't see you," because there are things that the system operates where it sees us. So you can't tell me you don't see me when this system that we're operating in, the system that we're operating in, sees me and sees my color. I mean, in every aspect of our life, from beginning to end, from birth to death, literally. And you can't really say that anymore, because you tell me that you don't see me. You stop at a red light, you see color, and that's just what it is. They talked about her father's experience with racism and how did he respond. She said the classic Asian way: you're in someone else's country, you follow their rules. It made her really emotional. I actually got emotional for her because I don't think that people realize their impact on other people. And just like, you're telling them you don't like them because they're Asian. She says that she's still getting tweets, um, harassing her because she's Asian. And it's like, it's ridiculous. I just don't understand people. I just don't understand people. She said, I thought coming on the show would be great for representation. I thought I was doing a good thing. But the one thing that I think we just all have to remember, no one is going to 100% like you. I don't think anyone has a 100% approval, not even God, girl. Okay. So, the people love to say they put Jesus on a cross. They love to say that, but no, it's real. It's like no one is going to 100% like you, right? And there's always going to be the ignorance and the darkness of this world, because it is both. It is both, and it literally cannot exist without both. And if you don't have one, you would not know the benefit of the other, right? Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. I don't want to keep going. Don't let the haters take this away from you. This is what they were basically saying. You're I don't know if they were like, it was like, you're wanted here. It's okay. You have an impact and representation. It's great. And just know that we all love you. And it's good to hear that, right? It's good to hear that we all care about you. But sometimes it's hard not to pay attention to the negativity, right? um Even with me, when I'm like reading comments, there, for the most part, the comments are positive. Even when there's disagreements, you guys are positively disagreeing with me, right? um but then there are those who just are like, it's just a weird energy, and it's almost like it's just strange, and I have to remind myself, not everybody is going to like you, Erika, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you do pay attention to the negativity and respond to the negativity, because it's like, what? It's like, what the fuck? What are you saying? But it is what it is. So they talk about fashion, and they get into a montage of all their fashions and stuff like that, which was really cute. They ask ourselves, who does it better? Who does the best fashions? And it's Dorit, hands down. She says she puts a lot of effort into her clothes. She does clothing. She buys everything at retail because she wants to wear what she wants to wear. I love that. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. They talked about the gifts that Mauricio has given Kyle, and there was a pair of diamond earrings. She looks so different in that clip. So different. Younger. It's funny because they look younger, but then they're trying to maintain that young look, and they just look like an older, refined person. Like, she looks really good. She looked good back then, but I was like, you've done all this work to your face. You just look like a smoothed out older version of yourself. You don't look young. Like, you know what I mean? You just look like a smoothed out or older version of yourself, I guess. I hope this is recording. Maybe I should check. Hold on. Okay, it's recording because I have it's it doesn't matter. And they said those were the diamond earrings that were stolen that Mauricio bought her. Remember, Kyle's house got broken into and all her Birkin bags were taken. All of that investment, all of that appreciation gone. It's no telling where those bags are. Diamonds, everything. They talked about Lisa and her daughters wearing all those vintage clothes and gowns, and she says she's moved them since. They said Andy sent her a text and was like, get your shit out of that damn garage right now, because people know where they live. People can find out where they live. It's not hard at all. And you done showed everybody you got all these vintage gowns, Gucci and everything in here, Tom Ford and everybody else. Girl, 𝐉𝐸, all of that shit, girl. The people will come in there and clean your shit out. So she said she has her stuff stored where, they can be safely stored. And I'm sure like leaving them in a closet or in the garage like that can't possibly be good for the material at all. So hopefully, I'm sure she has it in a good space. They asked Kathy about her and Rick, what kind of gifts they give each other. And they don't really they stopped, giving each other gifts. She gives him sweaters or something like that. I'm telling you, this episode was like super duper boring. It was really boring. The part with Erika was just so much. I felt like a goddamn stenographer. I was like, girl, wait, slow down. I was like, I can't take these notes. I cannot take these notes like this. Anyway, so they talk about Kathy being an icon, and the positive reaction that she received. No shade, but Paris is more of an icon than Kathy. And that's just what it is. I mean, I don't know where they got the icon from. I think she was well received. I think her hunky dory and stuff like that. Bitch, when they said hunky, it was like 12:30 at night when I was watching this, and when they played that hunky dory clip, I hollered again. That was so funny to me because she was for real. But then at the same time, I'm like, is she for real or is she just playing around? And then they showed a clip of her and of Kim when she had said she had she was spraying deodorizer in her mouth and thought it was, remember Banaka? Do they still make Banaka? Spraying that stuff in your mouth. Remember those little Banakas? I don't know if they still make them. I haven't seen Banaka in a long time. Do y'all remember Banaka? I'm an old Deepa. I'm just saying. Spraying deodorizer. They showed that clip. That shit was funny. Then she said, you don't know the real Kyle. I said, oh, interesting. You do hear their sense of humor. Like they change their way they talk like that. Like Kyle changes the way she talks when she's trying to make a joke. She does it all the time and she changes it in her voice. Like it goes, I don't know how to do, I know how to do it, but I don't think I have it down yet. But y'all know what I'm talking about. But Kathy does the same thing. I do want to see that new series. Is it Real Love in Paris or some shit with Paris trying to get married? I love it. I'm here out of Paris Hilton. I have to give her. It's like I don't know if she's problematic. She used to be problematic, but it's just the age in when Paris came up. We were all there. So it's like, I want to see her do the marriage thing. It looks very interesting. I love that she goes back and forth between her little soft voice and then her regular deep voice. Kathy does that voice too. I think it was the episode when they went to La Quinta. At one point, Kathy said something and her voice sounded just like Paris. And I said, that's where Paris gets it from. Or she gets it from her, or that's just the little voice that they do. But anyway, I spent too much time on that. The box fan that comes from her mom. How was it raising kids in a hotel? Paris used to sneak out through the service elevator. I've been in the service elevator of the Waldorf Astoria. That's so funny when she said that. I have stayed at the Waldorf Astoria. It was, when I tell you, it was the best. And I stayed in the part where the people live, because there, you can live there. And yeah, and my room was sickening. But I tell you, my room was sickening. Oh my God. I still have my keys, my little thing keys, my room keys from the Waldorf Astoria, because I was like, I'll probably never stay here again. So, but anyways, yes, and I took the service elevator to get to that side of the hotel where the people actually live. Anyway, so they said they sold the Hilton. Rick Hilton has nothing to do with it. It's sold. So they get on Erika, the lawsuit, right? 5,000 stories coming out, dinner with PK. I'm glad that they showed the dinner with PK and Mauricio, because Erika needed to see that. And we talked about that all season. Like, she's going to see it. She's going to see that you guys really don't want to, you don't talk about her, but you only talk about her behind her back. And then there was this clip going around yesterday with Bethany talking about how the ladies of Beverly Hills are very much so, it's etiquette. We're not talking. We're very mindful on what we say about each other. We're not going to talk about each other. We're going to basically, we'll reserve that for behind your back. And we said that. We kept saying that over and over again. Y'all are used, and literally, because Sutton doesn't know the script, she was used as a scapegoat. Y'all all were doing the same exact thing that Sutton was doing. The same thing. But Sutton became a scapegoat because she didn't know that, oh, like, I'm sure Sutton knows that, oh, we're not supposed to talk about people. But she wasn't really doing anything harmful, right? But she was forthright in her concerns, and they acted like they weren't concerned, but they did the same things. They moved the same way as Sutton did. Sutton really became the scapegoat, and Erika really latched onto that. And you're focused on Sutton. You need to be focused to your homegirls, the one sitting across from you and the one sitting right next to you, because girl, they was talking about you. So I'm glad they showed that clip. Here, I'm here to clear it up. Garcelle said, why didn't you understand about the group being upset? Because you know the truth, she said. You know the truth. You know what it is. You know you didn't have anything to do with it. You know you don't have nothing to do with it. So there's no reason for you to be afraid or scared or implicated or anything like that. Erika, I've been straight up. You guys, you could have called me, but Sutton said you ran off. You ran off the day before the article came out, and we felt like you ran off on purpose. Sutton says, I wanted to know. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was upset by that article. She said she had read it 3 times. Remember on the episode, she said she read it 3 times. And she says, I don't have a heads up with LA Times. Girl. And she was like, and then she tried to make it seem like LA Times was not reputable. Girl, LA Times is not TMZ. Let's get it clear. LA Times is not fucking the Daily Mail. Let's be very clear. Like, you got to give these newspapers some respect, right? The way she was talking about it made it seem like, it was like a TMZ article from LA Times, even though it was thorough as hell, and it was so long that some of them didn't even want to read it. Some of them asked lawyers to read it. Okay. What does this mean? And what does this mean? And what does this mean? My lips look super. Ooh. So the problem is the actual victim. They talked about Garcelle saying that Tom calls her, I love my husband. How do you think I feel? Horrible, horrible, horrible. I feel why not say it to the victims? That's what Crystal said. She was like, why not say it to the victims? I don't understand. I honestly, I mean, you can't tell a person how to emote, but it just doesn't seem like you care. And you keep saying alleged. You keep saying, I know it's alleged until you prove. And then you see next week and she is like, you know, he's basically incompetent, and now I'm left on the hook for all of this stuff because I'm the one with the sins. But it's like you were benefiting from it. To me, I know that you don't know what your spouse does at work, right? You have an idea of what your spouse does, but do you know the ins and out of what your spouse or your partner do, what they do at work? You really don't. So you really can't say, like I said, your husband can come home, or your girlfriend can come home, or your wife can come home and say, "Hey, I got a bonus for $20,000," and you'll be like, "Damn, what you do? What y'all do?" But it's not going to be like, okay, well, let me figure out where the money came from. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. It's like you don't know. And how do you not hear rumors about your husband in Beverly Hills owing people money? You're not that in a bubble, girl. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I want them to be remedied, she said. Um, it seems like you're trying to make you seem like you're the victim of all of this, like you're the victim. Um, is she a victim in some way? I I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Would you guys think Erika is a victim in some way? I mean, she benefited from this. She's now in an uncomfortable position, but is she a victim in this? That's actually a good question. So I don't know. She looked crazy in that dress. She was too pale to have on that pale pink dress. It was a mess. Um, Andy says it's not lying. And then it's not landing. It's not landing. And he says that, oh, she said, I have a limit. I'm limited in the way that I can express myself. They talked about her IG. It's a little tone deaf, right? It's just too much. Everybody agreed, even Lisa Rinna. um what did you know? Where's your anger? And you don't know what I will do. And then because Andy was like, you know, you said you are basically keeping score of, you know, the people. What is it? What's your outcome? She's like, why don't you ask them? He said, well, you're the one, basically you're the one who said. And she's like, well, I guess we'll find out, or some shit. And even Sutton was like, girl, this is a mess. Anyways, that was pretty much it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it should be 4 parts. I feel like I don't know what's going on with the Housewives as a whole. I don't know what's happening. Hopefully Orange County will be interesting this year. We'll see. Um, let's see. So that's pretty much it of the episode. Y'all let me know what you think. Let's get down in the comments. Um, I don't know. It wasn't much. It wasn't much. All right. Take care of each other. Peace.